Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 641 for comics originally coming out May the 25th and May the 26th. Yes, I almost said March because they both start with M's and I get confused on tiny little things sometimes. But it's definitely May the 25th and 26th, this final week of May, before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming week. Drew, there's all kinds of crazy thing going on in the world of comics. What do you got?
Well, most importantly, we want to say welcome to our newest patron, Bradley Roeder. Welcome aboard, Bradley. We appreciate your support and thank you for supporting the podcast and already being a part of our Slack community and chatting with us on there. We appreciate all that.
Hey, just in time for us to discuss whether Bronze Age is becoming the new Silver Age. I saw a whole conversation in there about that. So
yes, and how those keys are now going through the roof, and just like Silver Age did, just like Golden Age before that. So won't be long till Moderns. Moderns.
Are we Copper yet? Where are we?
Yeah, Copper and Modern always confused me. I think they're very similar. But yeah, we want more folks like Bradley and some of the other folks to join us. Go to patreon.com /comicsfunprofit and sign up at any level to be entered in our slab CGC slab giveaway contest. We're going to be pulling that winner very soon.
Yep, we're so happy about the new people we've just gotten in the last few weeks that we want to start giving away a comic.
Yeah. So we're going to give away a slab here soon. So we'll give you a few days to if you're on the fence and you want to get in on the contest. But we're gonna pick that winner this week for the next slab winner, and we'll announce that. And these are some of the great slabs that you'll get to choose from should you be selected as the winner. We have Wolverine 50, Justice League International 34, Fantastic Four number 1, Batgirl 50, ASM, Amazing Spider-Man for those of you who don't know my shorthand, number 17, Basket Full of Heads number 1, House of X number 5, Wonder Woman number 761, Red Sonja Age of Chaos number 1, Powers of X number 2, or Batman 98. You have those to choose from, and supplies, while supplies last, these are all 9/8 CGC comics, and will be shipped to your door free of charge, unless you live internationally, and then we might have to ask for a little bit of help on the postage. So thank you to Adam Pastory, another great patron, for donating those to us. But there's more. What else you win is you get to the warm and fuzzy feeling of being a part of our Patreon, our patrons. We appreciate that very much. But there's lots of cool stuff on the site you can check out. You get exclusive content. You get early access content. You get unique spec picks that don't get shared on the show or get shared after the FOC closes sometimes because we can't be that timely. Tons of cool stuff like that, and we continue to add and build, and the Slack channel's really taken off and been a lot of fun. So we're excited about that and some of the fun giveaways that we're able to do. So yeah, check that out, patreon.com /comicsfunprofit, to figure out if it's right for you.
Yeah, and are we recording next week? Because I am in Chicago. Are you going to wing it without me?
TBD.
DVD.
Yeah,
FYI,
I had a couple of people that are. I'll try to get a fill in, but it might be a week off for the holiday weekend next weekend. So
if you're part of our Patreon, you may see me show some deep dish pizza in the Slack as well. So
yeah. What's the big chain in Chicago? Is it Graham Cracker Comics? That's a big chain in Chicago.
Yeah, I think there's one of those. Yep.
Yeah. You'll have to hop in there and check that place out.
I'm hoping there's time for comics. They're on the outskirts of downtown Chicago, so I got some perusing to do.
Do you have access to the train?
We're driving, so I have a vehicle.
Oh, yeah. But if I recall, it's a hassle driving in Chicago.
Yep.
Well, enjoy that. Enjoy that. And we might be able to do a show without you, but sometimes it's just not the same, Kyle. So we might not be able to do that at all. Hey, let's hop in. Oh,
this week I am here. And while I'm here, let's see what kind of comics are flying up in price. Let's head over to Comics Heating Up.
Yes.
ComicsHeatingUp.net, and let's look at our top 10. Starting with Amazing Spider-Man number 360 from 1992. This issue features the second cameo appearance of Carnage, featuring 4 panels of Carnage, where he is both named and speaks and introduces himself as Carnage. So, this is finally getting some notice. The first cameo appearance is in 359, but simply as a clump of red symbiote dripping down. But it moved 41 copies, and a CGC 9.8 is creeping up on $400 now.
It sounds like a better appearance.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know?
But doesn't have that cover.
Yeah.
At number 9, Ghost Rider 28. Again, we're still in 1992. This book was trending once before, back when Lilith was mentioned to appear as the Hulu Ghost Rider in the Hulu Ghost Rider series. However, the show was canceled, and there's been plenty of speculation of where Ghost Rider might show up in the MCU since. Well, this speculation is back again thanks to new rumors by the hashtag show that a Midnight Suns, whose first appearance is in this issue, is in development for a film. While this is still very, very unconfirmed, we moved 74 copies based on unconfirmed garbage. $150 for CGC 9.8. At rank 8, Venom Lethal Protectors number 4. I have this somewhere. I know I got that. I didn't think it was anything.
Oh, yeah, you got a stack
With
of
the
those.
heat of Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer, plus the upcoming Extreme Carnage Lasher comic miniseries, the various symbiotes who first appeared in this issue, be it Scream, Agony, Lasher, Phage, Riot, are all receiving heavy speculation. If you recall, Riot was the main villain in the very first Venom film, which was when this issue first spiked. Since the creators are all well aware of the various symbiotes, there's some potential for another showing up. 90 copies move. Man, there's a lot of stuff moving on the secondary market. A lot of stuff flying. CGC 9.8, $250. At rank 7, confirming that everything from my childhood is cycling back up and selling. G.I. Joe, the Real American Hero 281. This one just came out from IDW. Buckle in, because the market is now all over G.I. Joe key issues and first appearances. This new issue features a first appearance of Sherlock. Moved 44 copies on the secondary market. And $20 for a raw. And the 1 in 10 variant is super hot and $75 for a raw. At rank 6, we have Captain America 352 from 1989. The issue features the first appearance of the Supreme Soviets, Perun, Red Guardian, Sputnik, and Fantasiet. I don't know that that's right.
Yeah.
This book's movement is due to David Harbers, who plays Red Guardian in the Black Widow show, post on Instagram stating, Ursa, Yelna, Nat, CD, Sputnik. And all of the rest of the Winter Guard look forward to sharing a popcorn bag and a big old screen in a dark theater with you on July the 9th. So, that caused this thing to move online. Blah, 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 blah. 47 copies. A raw is now $50 on that. At rank 5, America Chavez, Made in the USA. Number 3. This, again, a brand new issue. Features the first appearance of America's sister, Catalina Chavez. Didn't cough until we started podcasting. Catalina seems even more powerful and has intrigued a lot of readers. Moving 56 copies, and already we're seeing sales of $25 for raw. Take over for me for a second.
Jesus.
So I can cough.
I'm going to take you out back and shoot you if you were a horse, man.
I'm going to need that week off next week.
America Chavez, Made in the USA number 3. Did you finish this?
Yep, and we're on Ultraman.
56 copies, blah, blah, blah. All right. Ultraman number 1 comes in at rank 4. This is from Harvey Comics back in 1993. It was recently announced by Variety that Netflix is developing an Ultraman animated feature with all new story. Ultraman, a fan favorite character, has been a long dormant franchise that is finally seeing new life. This jump-started the first U.S. appearance of Ultraman in comics. It sold 34 copies and had a high sale of $60, $61 for a raw copy.
There you go.
At rank 3, are you back?
Nope, keep going.
Rank 3 is Ultraman number 1, the Virgin variant or Virgin copy, also from 1993. This one sold 40 copies and had a high sale of $310 for a CGC 96. Number 2 is Spider-Man Unlimited number 1, benefiting from the Let There Be Carnage trailer. This is the first appearance of Shriek, which is moving again and sold 277 copies. Had a high sale of $449 for a CGC 98. This is way up from when this was in the top 10 and way back in February of this year, which when it sold for $110 for a 98. So that is way up. Number 1 is Hank Howard Pizza Detective Caligula's Safe, number 1 from Bad Idea. This Bad Idea new title was very limited in store and only received by particular retailers. With a low dollar price point, this title only had one way to go: up, up, up. Buyers scrambled online to pick up a copy, which drove up sales, and it sold 136 copies and had a high sale of $30 for a raw. Well, it's wonderful. Unfortunately, I was only able to get one, but
$1 investment.
I was very fortunate that I could get the one, I guess, because it must be tough to get. Now, as we go to rank 11, we have Bitterroot number 1. Since we announced last week that Regina King is directing this adaptation of the Image series, sales are way up. It sold only 19 copies, but a high sale of $400 for a CGC 98, which is crazy. Iron Man number 9 comes in at rank 12. This is the 1998 Iron Man number 9. This is the first appearance of Winter Guard, as mentioned by actor David Harbour, which we mentioned earlier, and this had a high sale of $25 for a raw copy. At rank 13, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 344. This was from 91, and this is also Let There Be Carnage.
That's Carnage as well? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, this issue features the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, who shares a jail cell with Eddie Brock and lays the groundwork for Cletus to become Carnage. It sold 44 copies and had a high sale of $355 for a CGC 98. At rank 14, Amazing Spider-Man 361, the newsstand version. Again, more Cletus Carnage early appearances, and this one sold 35 copies and had a high sale of $1,804 for a CGC 98. So, okay, now remind me, the newsstand has the barcode or does not have the barcode?
Barcode.
Correct.
Okay, right. The direct market is non-barcode.
Yeah. So at rank 15 is the direct edition of Amazing Spider-Man 361. It sold 58 copies, sold more copies, but its high sale was only $1,400 for a CGC 98. But either way, your Amazing Spider-Man 361s are gold. And
yeah, no kidding.
Especially if you have them slabbed. Rank 16, we have Marvel Comics Presents number 72 from 1991. This is the Wolverine origin story that is still selling very, very well. This is based on those loose rumors about a Wolverine anthology series for Disney Plus. They're now calling this a very unlikely rumor, but it still sold 98 copies.
Oh, wow. We're backing off this rumor.
And had a high sale of $995 for a CGC 98. At rank 17, we have Spawn number 1 from 1992, of course. And this is sold 53 copies of Spawn #1 still, and had a high sale. Now we're at $300 for a CGC-98. Kyle, it was not that long ago when we finally broke in $100 for a CGC-98 because there's like 2-3 million copies of this out there, right?
There's a ton, yeah.
And we thought, oh, $100, that's awesome. And now it's 300, and it hasn't been that long, so that's pretty amazing. Rank 18 is America Chavez, made in the USA, #3. The Betsy Cola variant. This is sold 30 copies. It had a high sale of $35 for a raw. At rank 19, we have Mighty Avengers #1. This is from 2013, and this features Monica Rambeau's Spectrum logo in place of the letter A. 37 copies of this thing moved, and it had a high sale of $71 for a raw copy. At rank 20, we have Venom versus Carnage #1 from 2004. This is the first issue from a 4-issue limited series. And what's the deal here? In this first issue, we are on the cusp of Carnage having an offspring, and with confirmation from director Andy Serkis that actor Stephen Graham is indeed playing police detective Patrick Mulligan, who is the future symbiote Toxin, then there is an excellent chance we may see Toxin, the grandson of Venom, if symbiotes abided by human genealogy. So that's a nice setup for yet another future film appearance. So we'll go. So Venom begats Carnage begats Toxin. Okay, I like that. Okay. And sold 28 copies and had a high of $500 for a CGC-98. Did you see the Carnage, Let There Be Carnage trailer?
Yeah, it was okay. Nothing special.
Yeah, I was it was like a little when in the actual Venom movie, I was pleasantly surprised by the humor. It kind of worked. But they were really kind of leaning into it, I thought, in the trailer. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to work as well now.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe
we shall see.
I hope so. Let's head over to FOC.
Yeah, we have looked at what's already spiking in price and getting higher and higher on the secondary market. So let's now check our orders and see the stuff that's coming out here in the next couple weeks and see if we need to add or change anything. Of course, we get our FOC sent to us directly from our good friends at Deep Discount Comics. Eric has an amazing curated list that really helps us out that he sends out on Friday evenings that we go through. He also pulls out a few things that he sees some movement on and he thinks are the next big things, and he does a little feature on a few things. He's got right here, he's got Wonder Woman Black and Gold #1, the Joshua Middleton variant. It's a very cool looking variant. He's also got Catwoman 32, the Jenny Frison cover B with a purple cat suit. It's very nice. Not a bad Nightwing cover for Nightwing 81, the cover A Bruno Redondo cover. Not bad at all. Static Season 1, #1. The team variant, Olivier Coipel, foil cardstock. So not only cardstock, but also foil. You got to throw out $10 to get that one, but it is a cool looking variant on that one. Geiger #1, going to a 4th printing, but you can still pick that up for Image, and it's a neat cover. They've got it soaked in red this time. Time Before Time #1, getting a 2nd print. So Eric from Deep Discount featuring the 2nd printings on some cool Image titles here.
That looks like the same cover to me.
I think so as well. I didn't notice anything really different, but don't know for sure. We also have Aliens #4 coming out. That series has been quite popular. Demon Days Mariko #1 from Marvel, from our good, it's our Peach Momoko, the offshoot of her series. Planet-sized X-Men #1 Gala. That one. Wolverine Black, White, and Blood, the Treasury Edition trade paperback with a wicked looking cover, on sale for $15. And then we have a reprinted Peach Momoko version of the Tarna Terrakion #1. These are apparently difficult to find. Eric said not a lot of stores went out on those books.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So you get the chance to get the reprint Momoko Tarna, the Last Terrakion from Heavy Metal, the standard cover for $3.99, or you can get the Virgin cover for $9.99.
And he said these are exclusive to comic book retailers. These are not sold elsewhere. So
interesting.
Yeah, very cool looking cover, and of the Peach Momokos, one of my favorites.
Now, speaking of Alien, since last week, and we had our Alien deep dive, I spent a lot of time when the sun was out, and I should have been outside working on my yard. This weekend I spent some time watching some Alien movies.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so you got me, and I'd forgotten how good the first two really were.
Yeah,
they're really great movies on their own, and B, that they really got progressively worse after that.
There is a drop off.
Yeah, third one great, and then this the Resurrection with Winona Ryder. Ooh, that was rough. That was really rough.
Didn't quite stick that landing.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple more I still haven't seen. I think there's is Prometheus a prequel?
Yeah, and then they get you some Alien versus Predator.
Yeah. So there's still a few things out there, and I don't know if I can keep going. But if I watch any more, I'll let you know. But those first two, definitely worth a rewatch. And
there you go.
I didn't realize it was from 1979.
I didn't think it was. I forgot it was that far back as well.
Yeah, so I don't even know when I would have seen that, because I would have been too young to go to the theaters to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So that may have been like an HBO show watch or VHS rental down later in life, and then but the Aliens was very, very strong as well. So good couple of movies, and thanks for going down the rabbit hole with me on that last week.
There you go.
Appreciated it. Now it's our turn to dig through the FOC and find out what we're doing here. You've already got. Have you already ordered your last Batman Fortnite #6 of 6?
Correct. Yep.
So you're good.
Yep. We're good on all these that have been still going for good prices. Too much to use them for skins.
And then we I'm curious about this Black and Gold, Wonder Woman Black and Gold. Curious how it reads, because I did enjoy the Superman Red and Blue, and some of the Batman Black and White's good, so it might be neat. Everybody's loving Nightwing. It's not just us. It seems to be universally loved, the first two issues. So you got a chance to get some of the variants pretty reasonable.
What do you think of that cover B?
Are we looking at the cardstock variant?
Yeah. Is that claymation? What is that?
Waiting for it to load. It's a monster. Yeah, that's definitely computer generated, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So not my favorite, but it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Pride Month is what are they doing there? Just right with a flag.
Yep, doing a big old flip over the pride flag.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't been blown away by the covers except for that one.
That second print.
Yeah, 1 second print. It's all about the story for Nightwing right now. Although he's doing a good job of storytelling with the art inside.
Mm-hmm. I like the Static Season 1. I'm going to dip in and just check it out.
That's probably where I'm at.
Everybody went for these teams variant we have for Static that Eric was talking about. you have to order a minimum of 250 copies. So if your
the store
LCS did not do that, ours went that deep, so they've got those available, and it's a very cool cover.
We've gotten from Dark Horse. We have Norse Mythology 2, number 1. And I thought it was Mark Russell working with Neil Gaiman, but it's P. Craig Russell.
Ah, good old P. Craig.
Oh, good old P. Craig.
Faithfully adapted from the original novels. This is an adaptation.
Yeah. So your mileage may vary on that one. As we slide into IDW.
G.I. Joe popped, so, do we have to make sure we're jumping in this 1 in 10 on this one as well?
Oh, yeah. Which one was that popped?
Just 1 issue or 2 issues ago. I think 1 issue ago.
Yeah, it was 281.
2 issues ago.
And that was the first appearance of Sherlock, so... how do you suss out there's going to be a first appearance in a G.I. Joe? You got to get them all.
Yeah. Well, now they're worth getting. You could have lied to me and said nobody cares about the first appearances of anybody in these, and I said okay. But apparently they're big things again. Speaking of big things, Star Wars High Republic Adventures, number 5.
You still getting the IDW version, or are you still with Marvel now?
I have slacked on both.
Oh, you're off both of them.
Yeah, I collected the initial run stuff, and I think most of the first appearances were, and now I've pulled back just a little bit, and I've got to catch up and see if it's worth continuing on.
Down at Image, we've got a book called Compass, number 1. This is Dave Walker, Robert McKenzie, with art and cover by my boy Justin Greenwood from Fuse. So that's kind of cool.
We went kind of quick past the Usagi Yojimbo 20. I really like that cover B, so I just wanted to make sure to point that out. That Jesus,
the 10 copy.
Yeah.
Is it $20? Is it worth $20?
Maybe. We had the one of the kind of the side profile bust that was a really nice one, Spike as well. So Usagi's got a little bit of heat in some regards to it, especially with the talk of some sort of series coming up.
Now, so this Compass, is this somehow connected to Old Guard?
Greg Rucka proudly presents a new direction in adventure with Compass. No, it's not.
Well, look at that.
It's reteaming from the pages of Old Guard, so it's the same team.
Oh, okay. All right. Wondered. So how is Rucka involved?
Greg Rucka proudly presents.
Is it his imprint, maybe?
Rucka is presenting, even though I don't see any imprint from Rucka.
All right. Whatever. That's fine. Good Asian goes to a second print. Kyle, yes. You know how I like my Brubaker.
I do know how you like your Brubaker.
Yeah, I like my crime noir comics.
Yes.
Good Asian is a really good crime noir comic, and Pornsack Pishitshot, who I've just made fun of his name a lot, and I feel bad now because he did a really good job in this issue. So, Pornsack, hats off, buddy. Nice work.
Strong work. Ice Cream Man number 24 going to a second print. That
just changing the shading on it, aren't they?
Yeah, the telethon.
Yeah. It was a good issue. Really? I enjoyed it. I liked what they did there. I thought that was pretty fun.
Jupiter's Legacy Requiem number 1.
So
There is a Netflix cover.
yeah.
Interesting.
Did you get to watch this?
I have not yet jumped into this. I caught up on Invincible. I caught up on
Oh, what do you think of
Falcon Winter
Invincible?
Soldier. Oh, it's great. Loved it.
Wasn't it great? This was solid. Did you remember any of the stuff from reading, or
No, I was so far behind. I remembered all the controversy from the 100 and the later stuff that just all what happened to start it out was completely gone from my mind.
Yeah. I think if you never revisited it, you're like, oh yeah, that's right, and you can just kind of enjoy it, which is good. Jupiter's Legacy was a little too fresh for me, so I still kind of remembered some of the plot points. Now, what do you think of? So you're done with Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I thought it was really well done.
Okay.
Really well done.
But did you like it as much as WandaVision? More?
It was
less?
easier to watch than WandaVision, but I really loved the week to week. What the heck is WandaVision really trying to say?
Yeah.
So much of WandaVision was behind puzzles and trying to figure so much out that I had so much fun with that. Whereas Falcon Winter Soldier was just a good action film.
Yeah. And basically that's how I felt about it too. It would have been a good movie, and they just took a good movie and they broke it up into 6 pieces.
Yep.
Or 5 pieces. How long was it? 5 or 6? Wasn't that long. But let me take a look at this Quietly cover, because it's just gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Good work, Mr. Quietly.
I think the Netflix cover is the one to have, though.
Because of signings?
Yep, because you're going to take that and say, hey there, sign this.
It does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now that we've seen those blow up, too.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like the second issue of Silver Coin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It went in a... I don't know. The silver coin was barely even there. Like that thread of the coin really had... it's got a ghost story type of thing, or like a horror story. And then there was like, at the end, there was like, here's a coin. You saw the coin, it like floated away or something. I'm like, that had nothing to do. The coin had nothing to do with the story. What's the whole conceit of this?
Yeah.
Unless I'm missing it.
Silver Coin number 3, give me the name of that cover B artist.
Oh, that's Roderick Christian. How's that?
One of our favorites.
How'd I do?
Radiant Black, number 4, going to a second print, continuing to week prove Drew as wrong as you can prove somebody.
I don't know if that's what its whole purpose is.
I've sources close to me say
that's all he's doing.
The only reason that it's selling through is to continue to step on your neck.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we
Stillwater number 8.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I'm in the middle of reading 7 right now, and I didn't get to finish it, but it's pretty good. And like I said, Time Before Time, that first issue was really great. I'm looking forward to the second issue. I don't know if you got a chance to read that one. You kind of like the time travel stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you did or you did not?
I did not read it, but I do like time travel.
You should probably check this out. I think you dig that first issue.
There you go.
There's my 5 Walking Deads that I'll be purchasing this month or this week. Something's got to give, Kyle. After 19, something's got to give. It's ridiculous. I can't keep this up, right? What am I doing?
Correct. I'm telling you.
Why? Does Kirkman care that I'm all in? He doesn't care. He doesn't care if I'm all in or not.
He beckons to you. Continue, Drew. This is why we're here.
I need to give up The Walking Dead so I can go all in on Skybound 10.
Amen.
When it comes out. And get all those covers.
Demon Days, Mariko, number 1. And I like the J. Scott Campbell.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see why people collect his stuff.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
Which thing?
The price on the high ratio stuff. Now, does Stan Sakai normally do a lot of covers for non-Usagi stuff?
No.
So Stan Sakai has a Demon Days Mariko Stan Sakai variant.
Yeah. Peach doing the interiors and Stan Sakai on the cover. It's interesting, right?
Yeah, I think that one might be one to reach for. And you've been liking these Viragi.
I like them, but they don't do anything. I mean, he's been cranking those things out, and they haven't done jack. So you would take the Stan Sakai over the J. Scott Campbell.
Yep, I say you get that Stan Sakai version. That's the one that's going to blow up.
Yeah. Kyle, I've read the first 3 issues of Heroes Reborn.
Uh-huh.
And one of the first tie-ins. And I like the series,
but
the tie-in, the one tie-in that I read, I only read one tie-in. It was the Peter Parker Spider-Man one, and it was not worth my time.
No,
didn't tie in. Just kind of just told us it was a fun story, but not necessary for the story at hand. And I will say that the first 3 issues, the first 2 were really strong. And then the 3rd issue was mostly filler with a little bit of moving the story forward at the end. So that was disappointing. And I don't want to spoil. I did an exclusive review on Patreon about it. And I spoiled it on there, but I don't want to spoil it here with what it's about and stuff. So you kind of get a gist if you've been reading the solicits, but it's kind of fun just to read it and let it unfold. You'll know if you'll like it after you read the first couple of issues. And the storytelling is, I'm not 100% sure it would resonate with newer comic readers, but I'd be curious to find out. We also
keep having Marvel not stick landings with all this kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for a Heroes Reborn Prime Alpha issue 8 to be announced, because they can't quite fit it all into what they said they were going to fit in.
And it will be $7.99.
Yes.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man, number 27, Rose Besh. Not the Besh.
Oh, is that the one that people were chasing a couple of months ago?
That's the artist that did that really cool Silk number 2 that I just banged my head against the wall trying to figure out whether to buy it or not, and didn't do it.
And you don't think there's any heat in this one?
No, because it's ugly.
So she can do no wrong. She can actually do some wrong.
She did.
Yeah.
It's not a good cover.
You like any of the Planet-Size X-Men? I don't even want to read that. I really don't.
Pepe Larraz. Ugh. I rolled reading halfway through the solicit. I'm so sorry.
For which one?
For Planet-Size X-Men.
Anything you want to share with the audience?
No. Okay, let me they came to slay, and then it just had them posing on the front cover. And I'm just and then I just rolled my eyes and clicked away.
So you got through a sentence.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all you need. I'm out.
Yeah. The 90s covers, the 90s variant cover's not bad. Harking back to the old cartoon. But other than that, moving on.
Down in Boom, we're going to revisit Buffy the Vampire Slayer for yet another bite at the apple. And this time, we're going to let Mirka Andolfo take the helm, which is interesting. I wonder if she's a fan. I hope so.
The Pride Month tie-in for Star Wars 14 is the most subtle thing I've ever seen in my life.
What'd they do?
Just a rainbow flash of color on the word Star Wars. And then the logo at the bottom right, but very subtle.
Yeah.
And Lando's what, pansexual now? Is that why he's on the cover of it?
Who is?
Lando.
When did that happen?
Wasn't he like half in a relationship with a robot during the early stuff?
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Yeah, all right. From Boom Studios, we have Save Yourself #1, 4-issue miniseries. This is from the Boombox imprint. So.
Oh, and the David Aja cover on X-Core too. Okay, now moving on.
A little more all agey. Bones Leopard is the writer.
How much more meat is on this Berserker?
Third print.
Third print, yeah. Seven Swords from Aftershock. This is from Evan Doherty, writers of such films as Snow White and the Huntsman, Divergent, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We get... go ahead.
I actually kind of like this Seven Swords.
Should we get Red Room #2 since Red Room #1 blew up?
Probably. It's another cool cover too.
That was a Drew pick of the week, by the way. Mm-hmm. That blew up. Another Drew pick of the week that blew up.
Oh, I like that Ed Piskor cover B, or the 10 copy.
With the cards?
The cards were the cards of the face of the king.
Yeah, it's okay.
Meta.
It's meta. Meta cells.
I'm allowed to like things, Drew. You know that, right?
You are. And usually you're spot on, man. Your tastes and spiking prices seems to go hand in hand.
From Scout Comics, we have Claire and the Dragons from Scoot imprint. I think it's all AG, but maybe not. It's odd.
I thought that's what the Scoot imprint was, but maybe not.
Yeah. But that's a neat looking story. And at $1.99, I love that price point.
Yep. Fantastic.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep, that's been our drag through the FOC. Because we want to see what's coming up and make sure we add a few things to our order. Now, let's head on back to our good friends at comicbookinvest.com and look again at what is hitting the secondary market super hard and following those trends. Their #1 book is X-Men #130. This is, of course, Chris Claremont era. So a 9.8 is $2,500. A 9.6, $800. Boy, that's a drop off. A 9.4, $700 over. All these are double what they were 2 months ago. I'd say this jump is due to speculation only, as some are trying to connect the dots of a casting call for Ant-Man 3. This is a stretch at best. As much as we all love Dazzler, don't get stuck holding the bag on this one.
Yeah. Where did we see the Dazzler cameo? What was that? Was that Dark Phoenix movie?
I don't even know.
She was Halston Sage was playing her for like a very brief scene. I'm like, was that it? Are we ever gonna?
Is that all we're doing?
Do anything with her?
At rank 2, we have Red Room number 1, the Peach Momoko 1 in 20 variant.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Yeah, is now going between 60 and 70. The premise sounds dystopian. Watch webcam murders for a fee. But, to be honest, we aren't really that far behind that reality as we currently sit. Am I the only one that had to look at this like 3 times to even know what we're looking at on the front cover? Drew, can you read number 3 for me?
Yes. Werewolf by Night, number 32. Yay! This is the first appearance of Moon Knight, of course. A 9.2 sold for $7,500. It's what I gave away a few years ago for nothing. Pennies on the dollar. Peanuts. 6.5 sold for $3,100. And a 4.0 sold for $1,500. And those are just the sales in the past week. Pretty much all the grades are up 50 to 75% in the last 45 days. This is an incredible increase, especially after the continuous increase in price over the last year. I think Moon Knight fans are getting pumped. This may end up being the floor for this book for years to come. So don't sell it unless you're an idiot.
At rank 4, we have OBE. I don't even know what press this is from. This one is a bit of a surprise, but this is selling for between 25 and 30 just after release. Were any of you able to find this? Is it any good?
It's an alternative press book.
Yep, alternative press, out-of-body experience is what OBE stands for. Interesting. So just a tough-to-get book. At rank 5, we have the 1 in 25 Joker number 2, the second print. So we got this chick on the front putting her mask on, but this time in black and white. Selling between 60 and 70 bucks. From 2008, we have Thor number 5, the J. Scott Campbell variant. I know that this is selling in the 50 to 60 range because of Lady Loki, but actually glad to see J. Scott Campbell books and Adam Hughes books coming back around. Now, this was one of my favorite series.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
A little while ago. I loved this. Mech Cadet U, number 1. Moving from 10 to 15 bucks up to now 30 to 40, it was announced that an animated movie was coming to Netflix in 2023. That is a very long way away for an unknown property that will be animated. My advice, sell this if you have it and buy it back in 6 months when everyone forgets about it. And then I also have those Peach Momoko versions. If I remember, no, that's not Mech Cadet U. That's something else. But I have several of this Mech Cadet because I really like that series.
Yeah, you were a big fan.
New Avengers number 40, the second print. This was already a really nice sell at 80 to 100. Now it is bumped up to almost $200 raw, becoming a bona fide monster. Most think Daenerys will be playing the Skrull Queen, which only adds to the intrigue. At rank 9, we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 10, numbers 21 through 30. Not sure exactly why this particular season is doing so well, but the price of all these issues definitely goes up from 21 on, starting around $10 for 21 and going up to over $35 for 30. And it was only between 5 and 10. Do your due diligence and hit those back issue bins.
Why? We don't know why.
No idea. And Wool, number 1, from Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray. This micro-printed indie was last hot at least 5 or 6 years ago, and when it was quote-unquote option. One mention again about 3 years ago, and then nothing until this week when it was announced it would be a show on Apple TV. That prospect doesn't really wow me, but I have wanted to see this for quite a while. The variant of this one is very difficult to find in high grade. Was $2. Now it's between 20 and 30.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, Drew. We got things that are spiking. We've already set our order now for the next couple weeks.
Honorable mentions.
Oh, I didn't even look at the honorable mentions. I just
Yeah,
left.
one of them is Injustice: Gods Among Us, #1.
Oh yeah, I have this. I
Yeah,
have multiple of this.
this one used to sell pretty well in the $30 range, but definitely fell off the radar and had dropped back to around $10. Now that an animated movie announcement has bumped this one back up to $35 plus.
Injustice: Gods Among Us. That first quote unquote season or that first series was so good.
So good.
Yep. And Manhunt #6 from there, kind of off the wall stuff. A 7.5 sold for $3,100, significantly higher than a 7.0 sold in February for only $1,300. The simplicity of this cover and the fear that it instills is awesome.
Is it a 10 center? It must be 10,
so.
10 cents.
Yeah. Yep, 10 cent right there.
So yeah, you see a 10-cent comic with a woman in peril on the cover, just pick it up.
Just get her.
Just pick it up.
All right, Drew, we've set our old orders. We've looked at what's hot right now. Let us now pick what's coming out next week so we can Johnny on the stop, make sure that we don't let it slip through our fingers. Let's start with our DC properties by heading over to lunardistribution.com and finding things coming out on the 25th.
The Yasmin Putri Mad Hatter variant for Batman Black and White #6 is pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I don't know if it's was that a incentive cover, or was that just something you could get?
I think that's just a cover C.
Pretty fantastic then.
Yeah.
I missed out on that.
Batman Fortnite 0 Point #2 going to a second print.
The Detective Comics 1036B, which is the A and B actually. A is Dan Mora. It's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Great Huntress on there. And then the B is Lee Bermejo with Batman in Quicksand, or actually Clayface.
He's in Clayface, yeah.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. I love that. Really strong work.
Derek Chu with a really good cover B on Harley.
Yeah. Riley Rossmo's okay, but I think the Derek Chu's a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Milestone Returns Infinite Edition #0. I'm just looking forward to reading this so I can get familiar with who these characters are.
Drew, I've already found my pick of the week.
Oh yeah, there you go. There it is.
Nightwing #79, second printing.
You can just go to bed now. You're done.
Boy, I love that cover.
It's great.
I think it's awesome looking.
How many did you end up getting?
5.
That's pretty big.
And one of them's just going to go on a wall. I love it. I think it's so cool.
It's a good piece to just showcase Nightwing.
And my love I have for him. Yep.
You know, you can just have it up there and you can just show people, hey, this is my favorite character. He started as Robin, and he went through all these.
Now he's here.
Yeah, pretty great. I do like the Robin #2 with the flat line on the cover.
Yeah, in the graveyard.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty great. It gave it a long shot as being something there, depending on Flatline's viability. And,
cool character. I think it has some staying power.
Yeah. And I think that's it from DC. We slide over to May 26th releases, and we'll start with Image. And it's my goddamn Virgin Brides, #5 of 5. Finishing up, I'm gonna miss their monthly. Well, this is delayed. It's not monthly.
Yeah,
it's been a while since we got one of these, but I'm glad it's finishing up. I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends, and I'm glad that they're gonna do these from time to time and come out with a new goddamn story.
Department of Truth #9, the cover A is where we normally will find a secret variant in some of those. Normally when they have the kind of top and bottom person, there's a variant that changes on 10% of the books.
Which one? A or
Department
B?
of Truth.
Which? Oh, the A and B?
Yeah. Well, the A, you see how you have two characters, top and bottom there?
Yeah.
There's been at least 2 or 3 times where there'll be about 10% of this book, or maybe less, where one of these characters is different. They'll sneak a different character in there. It's kind of a secret variant.
That's dumb. I hate those. I don't know why do they do that?
I don't know.
Haha, number 5 of 6. I don't know what the focus is in this one, which kind of clown subgenre it is. Those have been uneven, but okay. I've enjoyed them.
Manifest Destiny 43 is the beginning of a new arc and a really cool cover A.
And I wonder if they're going to put this to bed at 50. Doesn't say its final story arc, does it?
Mm-mm.
Unless it's a 6 issue and then they have a final number 50 is like a final issue.
Yeah.
That's it. It seems like they're really getting close to the end.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to turn around and go back. They get to the coast and then just flip the boat around and then start over on the other side.
Stray Dogs number 3 going to a second print, and now I see Summoner's War Legacy number 2, which means I forgot to read the first one, but I want to.
Yeah, I tried. It
No,
wasn't
not your
for
thing.
me. It wasn't my thing.
No.
Made in Korea number 1, a 6-issue miniseries from Jeremy Holt and George Shaw. And it's the first true AI system, Jesse. So that'd be interesting.
Witcher, Witch's Lament number 1 of a 4-issue series for Dark Horse. The cover C from Stefan Koidel. A very cool looking cover.
Oh, yeah, I see what you see there. Do you think there's any heat left in that on this 3rd or 4th?
Oh, definitely, as people just wait for that series to come back.
There we have that Star Wars Adventures Weapon of a Jedi number 1, a 2-issue series that's starting. All things Star Wars is hot. Maybe not. We're going to finish up Black Panther with issue 25 and Ta-Nehisi Coates' final issue of that.
I still like the Brian Stelfreeze final issue variant.
Yeah, it's pretty
Alien
nice.
3 has a really cool Andy Kubert cover for cover B there as well. So you got to read Heroes Reborn Young Squadron number 1
Do I?
as a tie-in for Heroes Reborn, right?
Well, no, I don't. I don't think I'm going to read any of the tie-ins.
And then Heroes Reborn Siege Society number 1.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to read the main series and just miss out on these fascinating side quests.
Reptile number 1. I'd like the cover B on that one.
Yeah, this is I don't know. I don't think it's going to be very heavily ordered. I can't imagine it's going to do much, but I am going to probably check it out just to see what the deal is. As we get down into Boom, Many Deaths of Layla Starr now goes to its 3rd printing with yet another cool cover.
Yeah.
Something is Killing Children, issue 16, which I believe we were talking about on the Slack channel. Someone was mentioning that Bleeding Cools reported that issue 16 sold 155,000 copies.
There you go.
So that book is
no longer under the radar.
Yeah, blowing up.
Yeah. From Vault Comics, we have Blue Flame #1. Blue Flame is a cosmic hero. The Blue Flame is a DIY vigilante that fights crime on the streets of Milwaukee. The Blue Flame is a blue-collar HVAC repairman named Sam.
Wow. He's from Wisconsin, huh? Probably
Milwaukee,
shops.
Yeah.
He probably shops at Cowabunga.
Yeah, his LCS is definitely Cowabunga.
It better be Cowabunga.
That's right.
Kent Menace Director's Cut 0. This is from American Mythology Productions. This is going to be... There's going to be like 1,200 of these. Yeah. So if you want your low print run, this might be one. Tough to get, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
The second issue of Man Goat and Bunny Man.
I was looking for that one.
The cover B is fantastic.
The Misadventures is a all ages book, but it's got a #1. Nuclear Family is on issue 4. Another really nice cover.
Yeah, they're doing a good job with those. Red Shift #1 from Scout Comics.
That is a cool cover too. I love that.
Oh, it's a chicken?
Is that what it is? Yeah, some sort of weird alien chicken with a hand axe.
Yeah. It does look pretty cool.
The Rise #1 going to a second print. That is George C. Romero's heavy metal book. These are 6-issue series. Continuing to be cool.
Well, that's all I got.
All right, Drew, then this is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week. What's the one book to go and make sure that you get maybe a couple copies, because it's going to be the next big thing?
You know, I think we'll do 2 in DC today.
Oh, wow.
And I think I'll go ahead and pick the Robin #2 cover A with Flatline on the cover.
Very cool. And I will go with Nightwing 79, the second print through the years variant, I'll call it. All right, I want to thank you for sticking with us through the entire episode with Drew and myself as we go through your sneak peek at next week. Again, make sure you jump in and join our Patreon, be part of the discussion, part of the group. Get yourself in there before we give a slab out. You got really good odds of getting something cool. So make sure you get in there. We thank you so much. For Drew and for myself, see ya.